Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. It's Paulie, Esther here, and Dead by Daylight put out a trailer today. I don't think it's the whole trailer, obviously. It's just another bit of a teaser going into our dev stream, something to talk about, and it's very promising. So let's go ahead and watch that right now.
娘よ、人は皆死ぬ時が経つ。苦しみは大きくなるのだ。
So I don't think there's any doubt at this point that it's Japanese. I'm going to run through this trailer again one more time. And let's go ahead and watch it in slow-mo 2x. Just to go through some of the stuff here bit by bit. The First Cut is the name of this, by the way. So I think it's pretty clear that Cat Stevens is the actual killer. First Cut is the deepest, after all. So, now that's a joke for you youngins there who don't have any idea who Cat Stevens is. See Sheryl Crow. Okay, so I'm actually going to run it in 4 times slow-mo because there's a lot to digest and break down here. So, we open up on this Oni mask here. Oni is a Japanese demon, and they're well known for having the third eye. Hey, Maurice, third eye. Okay, so that's definitely a Japanese demon, and we have this incense burning here. And that made me think that the time period was much older than many of our other characters. But then Amy pointed out to me that we see a modern light bulb visible in this, so it isn't that old. So now we cut from this, I believe, to the sword holder. The middle sword is missing from the holder. So I believe the Japanese swords are like Tanto, Wakizashi, and Katana. So the Wakizashi, I guess, is missing. And then we have this banner here on the right-hand side. And I'll go ahead and translate that for you after the video is over. So see right on the left, there's a modern light bulb there on the ground. And the woman is here in front of who we're presuming is a samurai. So at this point, it can really only be a couple of theories. And so then he's got the sword, and he mutters some stuff in Japanese, which the community manager for the game in Japan has translated it, and I also have an alternate translation. So before he cuts her, he says, there's no point, dear daughter, we are born to die. Then we have all the hacking. And then we hear the shattering of the glass. And we hear the sword being sheathed. And then he says, the more we wait, the more pain we carry. So there isn't a lot more information here. We only have about 25 seconds of video. There's some more audio. It's extended past that. But there isn't a lot to go on. What can we take away from this? It's certainly Japanese character, if not Japanese mythology. So I think from this we can take either 2 points of view. Either the gentleman with the sword is the killer, or the woman is the killer. As Kat pointed out to me, this wouldn't be the first time that someone who was tormented was granted power by the entity to unleash on other people. So we can go one way and say that the man is the killer and he's a samurai, perhaps is going to wear this Oni mask, or we can go the other way and think that the woman who was attacked is the killer. She does get slashed quite a bit. So, is this still the slit-mouth woman? It's possible. So if we go through the translation of the text, we have either this one translation says, "There's no point, dear daughter. We are all born to die." And then after the glass shatters, we hear, "The more we wait, the more pain we carry." So in my opinion, the shattering of the glass means she jumped out the window and escaped. And that he says, "The more we wait, the more pain we carry." And the alternate translation is, "Everything is worthless, girl. Every human being will die as time goes on," before he attacks her. And then after the glass breaks, he says, "Agony will grow larger." So these are two alternate translations. Japanese can be a tricky language to translate. And then, as I mentioned, the kanji that we see beside the swords, when that's translated, it means miracle reversal, like rising from the dead, or when I put it the characters into Google Translate, it just comes up with the word as resuscitation. So coming back to life, resuscitation, right? So I'm going with the woman is the killer at this point. I could be completely wrong, and it's possible that it's still Kuchisake Onna, because if you look back at her origin story, the original story of Kuchisake Onna comes from a period of Japan's history roughly 1200 to 800 years ago. A beautiful woman, either the wife or a concubine to a samurai, was extraordinarily vain. She cheated on the samurai, and when he discovered her treachery, he slit her mouth open from ear to ear and asked her, "Who will think you are beautiful now?" So this could be a twist on that, as a man who abused this woman and cut her up, and then she escaped, and now she's been taken on by the entity to do the entity's bidding against survivors. That's the one I'm going to go with. That's where I'm putting my money. I think it's kind of strange that we hear that we would hear the killer speak. So I'm going with the woman is the killer, and we'll see what happens. So I think that's all I have for you today. We got a dev stream today coming up in 3 hours. By the time I'm recording this, it'll be less by the time you see it. Can I get this out before dev stream? Who knows? All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for this chapter. Oh, and the best thing about this chapter coming is if they're going to do themed cosmetics for every chapter. If this is a Japanese chapter, we could see an array of cosmetics for all of the characters in this thematic style. You might get kimonos for characters, samurai armor for characters, oni mask for somebody, and you might finally get your kawaii Fungmin cosmetics. Kawaii? Kawaii not. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Kurushimi wa 大きくなるのだ。